Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 4 selections for Saturday's horse racing action. And we're going to go to the Curragh for my first tip, where we go to the 135. It's the Group 2 Bareford Stakes. And I'm going to take a chance here with one at a bit of a price. Now it's Crypto Force for Colin Keane and Michael O'Callaghan in the colours of Ammo Racing tomorrow. Currently available at 12 to 1. I'm going to recommend a 0.5 win only bet here. Now this horse Crypto Force, we've not seen him since he finished 7th in the Chesham. I think that was a bit of a funny race, the Chesham, and I think you can put a line through that. The time before that, he won on his debut at the Curragh at a big price, beating a horse of Aidan O'Brien's, Augustus Rodin, who's actually subsequently now a Group 2 winner. So he showed some ability on his racecourse debut, and it's interesting that Colin Keane is now coming back for the ride. If you actually look at the entries this horse has got, he's actually entered in the Verton Futurity Stakes next month at Doncaster, which is always a very hot 2-year-old race. He's entered in the Irish Thousand Guineas next year as well. So he's got some lofty entries, and I just think that they might have thought that the Ascot race came a little bit too quickly for him, and they've given him a little bit of time, and they're going to target some of these back-end juvenile races. Also, as well, the Ardagun pretty good. Before today, they're operating at a 38% strike rate. Michael O'Callaghan does very well with the hands, with the horses that pass through his hands. And for me, I think he's got a good chance here, and that's why he's going to be my first tip of the day. We then go to my next best, which runs on the 3 o'clock at Newmarket, one of the feature races on the card there, the Middle Park Stakes. And I quite like the chances here of Mischief Magic for Will Buick and Charlie Appleby. Currently available at 7 to 2. Going to recommend a 1-point win bet here. Now, this horse has won his last 3 starts, and he was last seen winning the Group 3 Serenia Stakes at Kempton. I'm not sure what the form is worth of that race. I don't think there were too many progressive juveniles in there, but in the final furlong, the penny really did drop for him, and he was doing all his best work late on. Pat Dobbs eased him down with about 50 yards to go, and I thought it was really, really impressive. And he could be a horse next year that could maybe be a Commonwealth Cup contender. Charlie Appleby's team, even though they have had a cracking season, their juveniles haven't been firing on all cylinders. A few of them have disappointed. They've not had a top out-and-out one like they've had in the last few years, like Pinatubo, Master of the Seas, Caribus, Native Trail, etc., etc. So there's not really one capturing the imagination at the moment. But I just think this guy could have gone under the radar a little bit. Obviously, he's got to beat the likes of Blackbeard and Marshman, but I'm just not sure about those two. Blackbeard for me can be a little bit quirky, but I do think Mischief Magic, like I say, he's gone there under the radar, and I think he represents a little bit of value, and I think there could still be a little bit more to come from him. So he's going to be my selection there. We then go to my nap of the day, which runs in the Cambridgeshire, the 340. And Injazati is my nap for Jamie Spencer and Charlie Fellows. I made a good case for this one last night on the In the Saddle podcast. He's currently available at 16 to 1, 8 places an offer of SkyBet. I'm going to recommend a 1-point each way selection here. Now, I think this horse has been laid out for this race. You can obviously say that about a few others, but to me, I think he definitely has. He was a very progressive horse as a 3-year-old, and then he started off the season at Pontefract when he finished third in a handicap that's worked out pretty well. He was sent off a 6 to 5 favourite that day. Subsequently, he actually had an injury, and it's just kept him off most of the summer. But Charlie Fellows then ran him at Windsor last time out, over 1.5 miles. He might develop into that trip in time, but I think dropping back to 10 furlongs tomorrow will suit him. The form of that Windsor race has worked out, and I just think that was a pipe opener for this. He's off a mark of 98. He was ridden prominently that day, and I think with Jamie Spencer booked tomorrow, they might go to more patient tactics, and I think that will suit him as well, because there's a lot of pace on in the race. There's some pace round him with likes of Forest Folk and a couple of others as well that like to get forward and go on with things. So I think that will play to his strengths. James Spencer as well won the race last year, and he's got a good recent record for Charlie Fellows. He's operating at a 25% strike rate this year whilst riding for him, and I think if you backed all their horses, you'd be up to the level profit stake. So yeah, I think they mean business here. He could have gone to the York meeting. Charlie Fellows did say in the stable tour, but I think this has probably been the plan all along. And yeah, I think off 98, I know Charlie Fellows likes him. He could have a little bit more to come, so he's going to be my nap of the day. We then go to the 4 o'clock at Chester for an extra selection. Australian Angel, Jason Watson and Andrew Bolden. Currently available at the time of recording was 11-2, Bet365. They were the only price at the time recording. They're offering 4 places here, 0.5 each way selection. But this horse, Australian Angel, has been very progressive so far this year for Andrew Bolden. Wasn't disgraced when finishing 8th in a much better contest at Haydock. Might just say 8th in the form figures, but she was only beaten 3 and a bit lengths. That was, like I say, a really warm Class 2 contest for 3-year-olds. She's dropping back into Class 4 company tomorrow, so easier waters. I just think this horse could go really well. She's really well treated at the weights as well. If you actually look at what she's getting plenty of weight from all her rivals. She gets a 3-year-old allowance. And I just think, I think she can go well. Good draw from stall 2. Andrew Bolden's yard in good form. They do well at the track. And I just thought she had plenty in her favour. So that's why she is going to be my selection there. So they're the tips then for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe here to the YouTube channel at Lucky Loaders 15. Please remember to gamble responsibly. I'll be seeing you again.